I'm such a noob streamer. I had my mic turned off. It's okay. My baby liked the stream commentary, even though you guys couldn't hear it. So now the mic should be on. I do believe. He does have his berries, but with no hunt and Joe being able to hunt, or not Joe, Grandmonster being able to hunt freely, he's... Is he going to be taking a town center maybe? Almost be worth it for Grandmonster to take a town center. Now that he's done enough initial damage. I think he could have pushed, especially you could use Undermine to kill one of these towers here. But I'm assuming he must be building, maybe he's gonna build a armory and do like a quick age up. I don't know, see, I'd almost think that keeping on pressure would be worthwhile. We got a really good Anubite raid here, and he's got his Hersier completely out of position for now. And yeah, I do agree. I think he could have pushed on gold a little bit longer rather than stopping so quickly. Because what's crazy is even though he's had the advantage for since 4 minutes 30 seconds, now all of a sudden he's defensive just based on 2 Anubites raiding, who killed 1 villager, 2 villagers, and they might kill 1. Yeah, it looks like they'll kill. Oh. He already has the Anubite tech too. Gives them more damage and more jump range. It actually makes it really hard to kill them because their special recharges so fast that they can just run and then jump. Like you'll be able to maybe, yeah. You almost have to like come at every direction, otherwise the Anubites just run away, and then they'll run and just jump over your units. But yeah, I'm really surprised that he stopped the aggression so quickly. Kind of doesn't like. The only reason I could have thought he would have done it was if he were to like take a town center, but he didn't even do that. So like now, even though we pushed him off of hunt right away at 4 minutes and 20 seconds, now we see at 7 minutes, really without a fight, Joe's back on hunt again, and he's just freely raiding. His 3 Anubites have Grandmonster's entire army on the back. So yes, it is Isis. Isis versus Odin. The Einarjard desperately trying to catch up to the Anubites. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, these Anubites with the upgraded the upgrade gives them, I think, extra like 6 extra range on their jump. So it's actually a really good upgrade. You might not think that an extra jump range would help very much, but they move a lot faster when they're jumping, so it's just another way for them to increase their distance from chasing Hersier. But yeah, it's Odin. He's slow Hersier. He doesn't really have a whole lot he can do with this. Like if you're Thor, you could maybe go up with Forseti, and then at least your Hersier would be able to keep up, and Loki obviously would be going Forseti as well. But Odin doesn't have too much that he can counter that with. And we see that Joe already took a 2nd town center, and his eco is pretty much probably caught up to Grandmonster's already. But yeah, it's amazing, just a few Anubites can do so much work. Because yeah, it has enough to age up though. Okay, he is aging up with Skady. I just don't see what this quick age up is gonna do for him. Like, he's spending 1,300 resources for what exactly? Like, maybe he's gonna build a hill fort and get some Jarls? I don't know. But otherwise, I don't think the frost just doesn't give him a whole lot right now. What kind of tech resources does Joe have? See, even Joe will be aging up pretty soon too. He's only just a couple hundred food down. Okay, so he is making a hill fort, and we'll see if this frost giant's able to freeze at least one of these. Nope. Yeah, the jump is just so good. You can even target hunt animals and miscellaneous other stuff just to get him out of trouble. But yeah, I just paying the 1,300 resources to age up. I think it would have been better just for him to get a town center, and maybe, I don't know. I guess he does need Jarls for the Anubites. Joe with his prosperity. How much kind of text does he have on his... Just the first pickaxe. Really kind of casted it a little early because I would have waited maybe 10 seconds so all these villagers could get there. These guys, such a pain. And even now, there's just going to be a ton of walking time. That's really going to be kind of minimizing the effectiveness of this. So it's still good, but you could do a little bit better. Well, that's alright. But yeah, really Joe, his only, or Grandmonster's really only hope here is he needs to attack pretty much right now. Because as soon as Joe, I would assume... Yeah, Joe's aging up. I'm a shoe with... no, is he not? Oh, he's getting another town center. See, now this is... I wouldn't... see, I think Joe has to age up to get Nephthys. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to kill the Frost Giants. I think he's wanting to get out the Frost here, but I hope he doesn't use Frost because he... Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. He already aged up. Somehow I missed that. I don't know. I think this is a winning fight for Joe here. And it's kind of a weak Frost. I don't think he needed that. I think that's why Joe is taking this town center, was to encourage the Frost here. Like, he needs to forget this. He needs to be attacking up here. Like, doing 1 damage per attack on frozen units. I mean, he's just killing minions that are gonna die by the time Frost is done anyway. Yeah, he needed to wait on his Frost. That was not a good Frost. I mean, he just frosted minions. And now he's killing minions that are gonna die 1 second after Frost is done anyway. Well, you know, sometimes things happen. So now I don't think Grandmonster has a way that he can push through here. And he's only got 1 town center. I would assume he's got, so he does already have the Nephthys tech that gives additional damage to myth units. So these you can just see how fast these Frost Giants are melting. Just do a quick little garrison here, throw them up on the other side. I guess he's not going to do that. But yeah, Grandmonster's only chance here is just to keep pushing, and he's not. So I don't think it will end well for him. Yeah, that could have gone well for Grandmonster, but Joe got him to use Frost just a little bit too early. Like, if he frosts this part on the Migdol, then he would be okay. And yeah, I'm sure he has almost... Grandmonster's eco is probably pretty bad, because he did get rated pretty heavily just with those 3 or 4 Anubites. And he's only been on 1 town center, and Joe has been on 2 for pretty much since like the 9-minute mark. So here is Undermine. Undermine actually does like 1,300 damage to Migdols. It's actually pretty strong. And then he did cast it the right way. He must have cast it here, so it is hitting the town center too. So he only needs to do 1,300 more damage to kill it, but he just doesn't have any units. Like, if he saves Frost and Undermine and uses it up here, it would have been alright, but yeah, just a little bit too early usage of Frost, and that's what cost him. And not a single military, well, he does have medium cavalry, but yeah, the Mercs pumping him out. Joe is at 81 pop, Grandmonster at 80. But Joe he really doesn't need to make much of an army to defend here now. I don't think Grandmonster would be close to aging up either. Yeah, not a bad idea. The push with Frost, just a slight bit early. And then he spent his time killing minions that were already going to die anyway 1 second after it was done. But Joe's grabbing his 3rd town center, and he's got a Scorpion Man coming down here to do some raiding. These Jarls are looking for something, but I don't know what they're going to find because there's not a whole lot that they can get at. Joe's pretty much got everything pretty safe. The problem with Jarl raiding as far as speed is they aren't very fast, only 4.8. That's, I think, right around this. It's actually slower than Spearman. Yeah, I don't think Reg is coming anytime soon. He's got... Yeah, he needs 900 food, 900 gold to age up, and I don't think he's close to that. Does he have anything else? Nope. So it'd be worthwhile to get like some Pierce. Yeah, I don't have much faith in Grandmonster's chances here. Not much. Torture is going ballistic for the fact I have a mic on. But he can't rag this instant. That's the problem. He's not ragging this instant, nor within the next 3 minutes instant. Like probably 20 minutes would be the fastest we would be able to see a reg. But he is getting shaft mine. And trying to get this town center. Jarls are really tanky, but their attack a little bit questionable. Let's see, is he able to get the... He is able to get the Pharaoh, that'll help. His myth units live. Well, he only has 1 now, so I guess it's not a big deal. Yeah, Scorpion Man doing some work. Yeah, I don't even know, is he going to get this town? Yeah, he does get the town center, but at the cost of half of his army. So I don't know what he's going to do from here. Sending a Frost Giant in just to get killed by the priests. Yeah, see, Joe just doesn't have a whole lot of places that he can even be raided at. And we've got some chariots coming down here. They will probably park right next to this hill fort and cause some mayhem right here. And also some villagers just hunting right out in the open. Yeah. Where is his other gold mine? His other gold mine way out here, so... And yes, these are tournament games. This is the quarterfinals of the Christmas tournament. This is game 1. Don't know where these chariots are going. Guess just to make sure, clear the corners and that he doesn't have any villagers gathering up here. But really, he should have just... You know, hindsight's always 20/20, but could have just parked right here and prevented any gold income. Always... Yeah, he's only at 108 pop. Joe is aging up age 4. But Grandmonster is not. So you can see the score differential just keeps on going more and more towards Joe's direction. Well, he did push him off early hunt, but then he didn't get it. That's kind of what I was thinking, was that he should get his 2nd town center as soon as he pushed him off of hunt. Like, grab this one. But yeah, Joe, as soon as he hits Osiris, there's no way that Grandmonster could stop the push here. Look at all these techs he's getting. Joe's getting Copper Shields, Mason, Signal Fires, Serpent Spear, City of the Dead. Holy cow. And Grandmonster's getting nothing. He does. Eco upgrades looking a little bit thin. Joe's are a little bit better. But yeah, I don't see. He's got his market. Probably selling wood to get to it. But yeah, even if he regs, what is he gonna reg with? 40 villagers? here comes the Osiris, so that's pretty much gonna put an end to this. Crazy that Osiris even gets affected by that Nephthys upgrade. Just makes him completely melt myth units. Yeah, poor Grandmonster just has no way to defend this. Son of Osiris will just destroy everything. Town center down, and what next? For you Egyptian players, don't forget that you can throw your Osiris in a siege tower. So if he ever gets in a little bit of trouble, you just pop him in the siege tower and then he's fine. And that is game 1. So it looked okay for Grandmonster until about the 8-minute mark when he decided he wouldn't apply any pressure up here. So yeah, antibites really caused some problems. Yeah, you just look at, he just had such a better eco, but a little bit of a rough frost, and then that was kind of the end of it there. Anyway, that is good for game 1. Game 1. Let us change this to Joe is 1, Grandmonster is 0. Oops, I don't need to load up anything in Paint. Alright, so it looks like we're going right into game 2, so that's pretty awesome. And this time I don't have to worry about my mic being off for the first 5 minutes because it's already on. So these are just random map, so it's not like they're picking a map, anything like that. It is a best of 3, so if Joe wins this, he does win the series. And if Odin wins this, or not Odin, why do I keep calling him Odin? If Grandmonster wins this, it will go to game 3, which would be the deciding match. Some guy whose name I cannot pronounce as followed. Appreciate that. Yeah, the tech is a lot cheaper now. Probably a little too cheap. But, well, you can save that argument for another day, I suppose. I call him Odin because I think I see Odin King in chat. And Grandmonster's playing Odin. Oh. Nah, you talk about a rough map. Ew. Oasis for Odin. How do you play this with friends? Very happily. So he did at least start off with some visible zebra, so he did at least get to do hunting dogs right away. Honestly, in this, I would actually prefer to see him do a second Ulf right away and grab all of the goats, but he's not doing that. So he will not be grabbing all of the goats. And I see people in chat are also commenting that it would probably be a good idea to do 2 Ulfs. So yeah, it's a good idea on Oasis, because I mean, really the main thing is getting... I mean, Oasis just doesn't have a whole lot of natural food outside of goats, so whoever can grab their lion's share of the goats is in a pretty good spot. And as you can see, Joe is really putting importance on getting the goats. He's actually scouting with his Pharaoh as well. And there's the second patch of hunt down here, so at least his hunt is in a good spot. He can move from right here down to his second hunt, and if he really wants to get wild and crazy, he can move all the way here to Joe's hunt, but I don't think he'll end up doing that. But yeah, we can see that he really could have used a second Ulsark, because now he's finally found his first goat. Though I don't think Joe has found a whole lot more. I don't know how many they started with. I think they started with 2 or 3. So sometimes Oasis can kind of vary a little bit on how much goats it can have, because sometimes they can spawn in groups of 3s, whereas this map they've only spawned in 2s, so not quite as many goats as there could be. As far as strategy, what a Grandmonster could do on this map, really, I'll be honest with you guys, I really don't know. I mean, he can try doing some sort of classical fight, but I just don't see what he'd be able to push on. The gold mine here is pretty well defended. There's not really, I mean, just put a wall here and a wall here, so you can't really get at the gold mine. It does look like he's probably going to rush again, or try to. Maybe he'll do kind of the same thing he tried last time, but maybe grab like a second town center instead of going straight up to age 3. What little does he know, he's kind of building this on maybe the wrong side. I would think Joe's would be moving over to his hunt here next. So unfortunately, the temple is on the wrong side of the map. It would look a lot better for him if he'd built it down here. But I don't think he actually ever scouted this, so I mean, it's really just a guess. Any link to the brackets? I had them up earlier, but I think I closed it. Here it is. Oh, Haggard got me. There ain't no way he's gonna rush through this. Oh man, not only a hot wall, but the wall of houses too. That is crazy. So, don't even bother this way. Is he going up with Heimdall again, though? He is. Yeah. Just don't know about this. So it started in a group stage with 30, 28 maybe? 24? I don't know, maybe 24 players. And yeah, he has seen the hunt now, but he's got to go a ways. Let's see, how is Joe doing on his advance? Not even advancing yet, which that worked last time. Yeah, I would probably prefer not Heimdall this game. The problem with Heimdall is you just can't, against Isis, you just can't use it in the base because of the monument. Yeah, player might win the tourney. He could. Be a possibility. Just needs to be careful not to get too much damage on his Ursier here. It's half a you know, he already is at half health. I would say it's not too good. But as long as he's just making these villagers idle, it's not a bad idea. Now run, 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 run. There you go. It's like even if he doesn't kill them, just the fact that he's causing them to be idle. I mean, this is essentially 8 villagers that have been idle now for about 30 seconds. So he's well worth it. He might be housed, or maybe close to being housed. So then he is hunting down here. So really nice hunt, really overall for Oasis. But Joe has to be up Anubis soon. So it looks like we're almost really seeing the same exact strategies for both players. The problem with Heimdall is he has no way to ever heal these units. Like, they'll both die pretty quick here. He really needs to be targeting the Pharaoh, though. It's really, he could probably turn and fight this, but he's not. So unfortunately for Grandmonster, because he didn't do 2 Ulfsark start, Joe has the vast majority of the goats. So he has 10 goats that he can fall back to. So getting pushed off a hunt isn't a huge problem for him. He also, really the next important thing to look at is gold mine. So Joe's closest gold mine is here, which is in a pretty defensible position. I'd almost, if I were him, try to start throwing down some walls and now, because that's really going to be at this point I see that as being the main way that Grandmonster can win this game, is if he gold starts here. So what Grandmonster should do is build a wall here, or even here. That way he can force, just by sake of building that wall, he can prevent Joe from getting to one of the gold mines. He really can't wall here because it's, I mean, he could try, but it's pretty close. So he is grabbing a town center, so slightly different. So last game we saw him just stay on one town center and age up to age 3 pretty quick. And this game he is grabbing a town center. We have 1 Anubite with the tech already. And he did not... Okay, here is his second monument. A little bit slower in getting his Anubites out, I think. Not as many out right now. That's another... Really what Grandmonster should be doing here is walling both sides here. Because one thing Anubites can't do is they can't jump over walls if there's not a target. So really he should have, before leaving here, he should have walled this off. And he could have tried to wall this off too. Because this map is pretty easily walled. I mean, there's just 2 spots here and he has Joe completely walled in. But he did not do that. So he does have all the age 1 eco upgrades. And Joe has just hunting dogs. He is getting pickaxe. And I'm kind of surprised he's not getting husbandry yet. I wonder if he probably does not have the wood. Oh, is he going to grab this town center? A good play to grab this town center because he knows that Grandmonster's entire army is down here. Actually, this is a pretty big town center to get because then it gets him his berries as well. And I do not think that Grandmonster will be able to get an army over in time to stop this. So this is where just building a wall here would have prevented this town center from being built. Walls are huge, especially as Norse, when you can just build walls forward with your military units. You really should. I mean, he had plenty of time to wall this off, and just one wall can just save so much time. You see, you guys are having quite the discussion in chat about who's the best player. How much eco does he have? Oh, so he is almost up, actually. Grandmonster is. So yeah, he's going for a 2 town center age up. I wonder if he's going to be trying to do a... he just doesn't have enough food for Reg. I don't think he will. Yeah, I would agree with Odin King. I probably am pretty much the best player playing right now. Ooh, infantry train faster. Yes, I did win one. Well, no, I won a few games in the group stage. As they say, even a blind squirrel finds a nut occasionally. So we have him aging up as Scotty, however you want to talk about it. I just would like to see him building walls forward. It would be awesome to see that, but I don't think it's coming. Joe is probably not aging up anytime soon. He's only got 100 food right now and really has no army to speak of. 2 axemen and some rambling Anubites. Okay, so he's up with Scotty. Yes, if I didn't have a family, I'd definitely be number 1. Definitely. I don't know. I wonder why he's ignoring his chicken here. Ooh, can he get a... He did! Man, that frost giant must have some pretty awesome breath. He's able to reach from here all the way to here. Man, I'm actually almost... You give me 1 more month, I'm going to be 31. That's crazy. So only 2 Anubite. So really he can... Man, even 2 Anubite are just really annoying. Like right now, I don't know what exactly he's doing. Like, why is he defending with his entire army? Building a hill fort? 2 years apart age, but maturity, whew, huge difference. Doesn't even have plow, doesn't even have husbandry. Just has pickaxe. Doesn't have the resources. Joe is still not... Now Joe is aging up with Hathor. So if he gets a good pestilence... Not pestilence. I always call it pestilence. Locust. That can really do a lot. And he's really got all... Right now he's got all of his dwarves on 1 gold mine. Yeah, I don't know why he's being so passive. Like, this is ridiculously passive. And again, we see a lack of a wall here will allow this town center to be grabbed without any any hindrance whatsoever. Just for Norse players in the chat, please, please remember to make walls. Especially now in patch 3.0 where they're back to their original cost. Please make walls. They're so effective. Oh, so he's gonna follow this up with Pestilence, right? Or Locust. Alright, well that's the end of the gold mining adventures for Grandmonster, So what is plan B for Grandmonster here? Nobody knows. But it's not mining gold. Alright, so he escaped with 5 dwarves, and I think when I counted right before there were 19, so that's at least a 15 dwarf massacre. And the reason he used snakes there was just to create a path block. Locust was nerfed a little bit in 3.0, where it doesn't have as much of a range where it can affect anymore. So if you just cast Locust without there being any path blocking, they can really, the villagers should be able to move out pretty quick. But put a little path block in and followed up with a Locust, and they are mostly all dead. And yeah, he needs to put a move on, and pretty quick. And really here, if he uses Frost on this army, if Joe is fast enough, he can throw them in here before they get frozen. He needs to go forward with his Jarls though. So Jarls need to be up here, getting the Petsuchos pushed back. And Joe has already got fortified town centers. Really is another great tech. It is 800 resources, but as far as even the hit points it gets to town centers, that's it is pretty significant. But yeah, I really feel like Grandmonster's way to win here was to gold block, and I don't think he's gold blocking anytime this game. Even if he kills this town center, it's really not a big deal, because I think he'll kill it, but at just too much of an expense to his army. These rocks are really waiting to drop down the Petsuchos. He's got 5 Petsuchos loading up in there. I think they're about to go over here and kill some more villagers. He's got 2 rocks just because. Just one's back up in case the first one gets shot down. Here they come. He has absolutely nothing to defend this. I mean, he could just move his villagers down there. He should see that this is coming, which so he does know it's coming, because he's got this soul frost giant over here to save the day. Okay. Okay. But now what? Like, I would think now would be the time I would move the village. There we go. Shoo. So he's grabbing this town center, desperately trying to. Grandmonster's getting Watchtower. I was hoping to see something like Ragnarok coming soon, but I don't think it's coming. There are a lot. He's kind of getting his rocks in a kind of bad spot here. Well, they will kill these villagers. Come on. Come on. There you go. Could have done a lot better there. He only killed 2 villagers. The problem was at first he had all of them targeting the same villager. So a bit of a damage overdoing. I mean, you kill 1 villager with 300 attack or 80, it's all the same. I don't know if he's going to be getting Reg anytime soon. He has absolutely no economy in the bank. So annoying. Oh man. So now he should just build a wall here, build a wall there, build a wall there, and come and move his entire army up here. Because standing around here will do nothing. Possible ban Joe for abuse? I would agree with that. I know it's in the game, but this kind of stuff it's just kind of depressing. So is this, watching these two armies half a screen away. Where are all these guys going? He's looking for his other gold mine. How are we doing? How is Joe doing on resources? He's got 2,000 wood! And he's going up to age 4. Holy cow. Shoo. Looks like he's sending his hero back somewhere. Building a siege. Yeah, he's just gonna see, he can just wall here and put catapults here, and they should reach that town center. And finally, his army has decided that standing here is doing nothing. So he's gonna come up here. He can gold block him for now. He's getting another town center. I still can't believe he just ignored his chicken. Chicken are faster than... This is so annoying. Chicken are faster to gather than farm, so I don't know why he isn't eating his chicken. He will kill this town center because there's nothing here. He's getting fortified town center. He is have 4 town centers. If he can survive long enough, a 4 town center Ragnarok could be helpful. Now this is going to be a big part of this game right now, is if he finds this gold mine. He's going to get 5 town centers. So will he find this gold mine? That is the big question of the day. Really, it's almost worth it to frost this. And build a wall. But I don't think he's going to find this... this Ulsark might save the day. I wish I could see line of sight. If he would have known these villagers were here, he could have aimed frost a little bit over here and get it. But so what he should be doing is targeting Osiris. It looks like he is. He's got the town center shooting at Osiris, and he's got a bunch of these Huskarls on Osiris. He could fit more Huskarls on him, I think. But this is good. He's only 12 seconds left. I would think that these rocks would be coming in to pick up old Sonny of Osiris. But we will see. Like, he can surround him, and Son of Osiris is dead. D-E-A-D, dead. Yes, he is killing. I have renamed Son of Osiris to be called Chrono JJ on my game. This was really, I don't understand, actually. I know it's already done now, but why did even Joe go forward here without monument protection? And there's no catapult on this town center yet. Can he find this? This is so, oh man, just out of line of sight is all of this. And I think that building this siege workshop will kind of encourage the locating of all the gold mines. And I would think that Grandmonster will be aging up to Ragnarok pretty soon. And man, if Joe plays a little bit safer, he would still be okay. But I honestly don't see what Joe is going to do now. Other than, well, he is killing all these villagers. You know this is here. This isn't even raw, man. Come on. Again, we have the case of the army standing still doing nothing. And he should... Oh man, this is so frustrating. Look at all these villas, man. This is his only gold right now. Alright, finally. He's just teasing me. Holy cow! Oh my goodness. This has got to be the most annoying thing ever. Because these villagers for march across the plains. Wouldn't it be great if he had like a wall here? So he did lose this town center, but not a big deal. Not too big of a deal. He'll end up getting it, but I think this snafu with the Son of Osiris, it was enough to give Grandmonster time to get a huge boom. Just as long as he doesn't let all of his villagers die to all the Petsuchos. He is 76%, 77, and counting to Balder. And honestly, I don't see what Joe will do against Balder. Let's see how many villagers he's got. Not as much as you'd think. 76. No, wait. I'm looking at the wrong line. 100. He got 100. One stack of Heroes of Ragnarok's coming at him. How's he doing for armory upgrades? Got the first line. Alrighty, so can Joe defend against the 100 Vil Ragnarok? I would like to see him get a few more. Okay, he's getting some more tech upgrades. So if I were Grandmonster, which I'm not, I would send everything here. Everything. This does not matter. Who cares? This part does not matter. He needs to push this with everything he's got. I don't think it's going to matter regardless. I think he's got this anyway. I mean, all these Petsuchos now are pretty much useless. All these mummies are completely useless. So I think he'll be alright. Somehow, Grandmonster pulled this out of a hat. Desperately trying to empower this. Yeah, just losing Osiris for no real reason was a big deal. I mean, he lost his entire army there by going forward for no reason. Which gave Grandmonster the time he needed to get his 100 Vil Ragnarok. So, this is it. He's even got his third Piers. Look at these. I just looked like a minute ago and he only had the first line armory upgrades. Now he's got everything. He's still got these Petsuchos just roaming around harassing these caravans too. Never mind the fact, Joe, that your base is dead. At least you're still raiding with these Petsuchos. Alright, we are going to go to a deciding game 3. That excites me. What is Joe gonna do now other than resign? I wouldn't say he played it perfect, but he played it a lot better than he did the other game. This is kind of what I was thinking he'd do in the last game, would get that town center before age 3. Grandmonster complaining that his head hurts. Ooh, I have a text. Yeah, Joe is commenting that he went a little bit overboard on the miss. I would agree. At 5 Petsuchos, really 3 Petsuchos can basically do the same thing as 5 Petsuchos. Yeah, 57% pierce armor. Well, that's why you get it. I mean, he did spend like almost over 1,500 resources getting all that. So anyway, that is game 2. So, ladies and gentlemen and children, we will update this to say 1-1. And we'll be going to a very exciting game 3. How would Tyr have done here? I mean, you're asking me like I'm some sort of Norse pro. I feel like with the catch on the Osiris, that was the game decider there, and he could have gone Tyr and won with that too. Because at that point he was at 5 town centers, and at most Joe would have been able to get 4-2 like he did, and I don't think he would have the population to get out. So Tyr would have won that game anyway. Joe had the huge mismaneuver. I'm making up words here. Yes, they're playing her right now. We are game 3. This is it. The winner moves on, the loser goes home and has to think about his life. So the winner of this game, where do I have this bracket, will move up to here. And apparently this bracket isn't really getting updated. We already had Moore already spanked Skady, and I don't think Moore and Brickhead played yet. So the winner here will play the winner of Brickhead and Moore. So the deciding game right here. And again, might I remind you, it is random map. Best of 3. Joe is still bragging about his locust. Is this the final? No, this is not the final. This is a quarterfinal. So we got a long way to go. You know, even they win this, still a long way to go. But I am sure we will be shortly starting this game in just a minute. I think Joe is thinking about how great of a locust he got. But still lost. It's XYZABC put in the chat. And my wife is home. Alright, so we're just waiting for Joe to click in here. And then we'll be on this deciding game 3. Hey honey, you gonna join me in the cast? I'm streaming some games. You gonna join me? The wife is turned down. They're all waving at you, though. You could duo cast. Mediterranean. Joe is turned to set. So we have our first god switch up of the match. And I guess he has a veto? Sure. I didn't even hit save. How come it's saving? Alright. I don't know what the veto rules are here, so let's see. Alright, vetoes. What is the rule for veto? I don't know. Control F, veto. Oh, I should go observer. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the veto when it's used just to change the map. Like, that's really not what the purpose of a veto should be. Because then it just adds just a lot of luck to... I mean, I guess it's kind of luck anyway based on what map comes up, but you're just rolling just to get a lucky map. I don't think that's what the veto should be for. Set versus Odin on Savannah. No starting hunt. I'm sure there will be some somewhere. It is Savannah after all. So Savannah, the starting hunt can actually vary quite a bit. It can be 4 rhino, it can be 1 rhino. It might even be able to be some zebra instead of a rhino. So it is just 1 rhino. So that is the low hunt for the start there. And he is moving his villagers over to the rhinoceros. Shall eat the rhinoceros and all... Man, how much do they have? Oh, he's vetoing. Okay. I think that's all the veto. So this is for real. See, let's be honest. What did the vetoes here prove? Nothing. But we shall move on. And I believe that is the end of all vetoes. And my Isis Best God just hosted the stream for 15 viewers. What a great guy. 15 million. And not today. And now we're on Watering Hole. Man, just what an assortment of maps. Starting out with a whole bunch of gazelle, 2 hippopotami. Joe is using vision to see all these big old fat elephants in the middle, along with more hippopotami. And more hippopotami, and some lions. Hippopotami? I don't know. So, he used Great Hunt on all of his gazelle to get more gazelle. Anyway, spawning on the bottom here is Grandmonster, Odin. Spawning on the top, Joe, Set. Game 3. This is the decider for the opportunity to advance to the semifinal against either Brickhead or Moore. And let's be real, we all know who's going to win between Brickhead and Moore. So as we're thinking about strategy here, Set could do a variety of different things. I would imagine we will see a Set probably grabbing an early town center. Maybe this one, because then he can just eat all these elephants. And then he also gets some sort of map control. I don't think he would get this one because it doesn't protect any food. And he's getting a lion. Just for extra scouting, I suppose. Ooh, what kind of relic we got? The Ankh of Ra. Ankh? Something like that. As far as strategy for Heimdall, I don't know. It's just so hard to rush an Egyptian. Especially when the Egyptian will have endless amount of line of sight. So you wouldn't even be able to do it like unbeknown. So don't think we'll see a rush. I would probably think we'll end up seeing maybe a couple early town center by both. Maybe Grandmonster will try to do kind of the delay into a Ragnarok, kind of like what we saw last game. Set is interesting as opposed to Isis. Probably gives Joe a little bit more flexibility. But he does not get Osiris with Set. I think these towers are too far away to get both with one undermine. I think he could get these two, but I don't think we'll see him go up with Heimdall this game. I may be wrong. As far as back gold mines, so neither player really has like a back gold mine. They have side gold mines here. One here, so each of them has one gold mine to the side. So that's pretty fair. Town centers are both just kind of there sitting in the middle of the map. Elephants aplenty right in the middle. See, okay, so this is what I do like to see from your Set player, is to steal the enemy's hunt. Each elephant he takes is and he's taking 750, and then there is that penalty from conversion, so it'll end up with like 550 or 500, somewhere around there. But that's, you know, that's a 1300 swing in hunt. So he's aging up. Yep, no Heimdall. It is Freya. Do we have an age up yet for Joe? He is up with Ptah. Big surprise. I wonder if he will go for an aggressive shift. Like if, well, he could shift here. You know what I'm talking about. We're talking as soon as the animals spit out of the temple in the Wadjet, he shifts forward with his Pharaoh and stuff. I don't think he's going to do that. At least he does not have any line of sight. So I don't think that will happen. He really needs to stop this priest though, because this is a lot of hunt that he is losing. Is he gonna... Okay, so he is building a early barracks. Red is red. He is Grandmonster. That's who he is. He doesn't play a ton on Boobly. But he usually does participate in the tournament. So yeah, he needs to get this priest. He wants to stop this. Okay, so he has stopped the conversion. And as far as I understand from converting, as soon as the converting is done, like he cancels it, and then when he restarts, it restarts all the way at the beginning. So yes, Joe is getting the second town center, just like I thought. because he will get all of this hunt. It protects this hunt and to a certain extent this hunt. See what Heimdall is thinking he's going to be doing here. He is looking, he's going to see this town center just as it gets built, so he has spotted that. Probably looking for a place to do forest fire, but he's really not really going to find too much to burn. He's building a few really defensive walls here. I'm almost thinking, man, he should have. I'm surprised he didn't just get an early town center. Like, I'm not sure what he's doing because he doesn't have. Did I just call him Heimdall? I might have. Possibly. He just goes Heimdall so much. He might as well be the image of Heimdall. But yeah, I think he's now finally grabbing this town center. I'm kind of surprised he waited so long. He should have done it earlier. Is he? Just building more walls. Very strange. What has he got for resources? I'm kind of confused. Like, it seems to me he could have built this like pretty much right away. I don't know if he was worried about some sort of rush. Like, he's even with the wall here, he's really seems like he's really scared about it. So, now is he going to? Looks like it. He's about to. He really wants to kill this, this cheeky hyena. There he goes, and now he's building the second town center. Idle villagers, there you go, move them. Does have all age 1 eco upgrades, and Joe only has husbandry. A little surprised to see these barracks units. I guess he's just kind of trying to do a little bit of push. Yeah, I guess he was scared of being shifted, and you know, hindsight, and again, I say this before, always 20/20. But he could have gotten this without too much of a problemo. And Joe, is he gonna get this forward town center? Looks like he is. Not a bad idea. That will prevent or really hamper Grandmonster from doing a 3 town center Ragnarok. He is building his armory, so he will be going up pretty quick to age 3. He is actually almost ready to age up now. He has just enough resources, or just about. By the time I click this again, he'll almost have enough. The question is, though, if he's going for straight up Ragnarok, will he have enough hunt? He will need to get this hunt, which Joe is converting. Are there any town centers in range? This one is the only one that is in range of water. Not in range of this one, but it is in range of that one. Joe has found the Cathar of Apollo, which improves the movement speed of villagers. That is a great technology. I feel like Joe's in a pretty decent shape. I like the grabbing of this town center because it will likely require Grandmonster using a god power to get through it. What's he got for no upgrades yet? Does he have any second line eco? He does not. Joe seems to have forgotten that he has eco upgrades he can get. He has only gotten hunting dogs. I'm talking a leg. Don't think it's me, but whatever, we will see. Joe getting a 4th town center now. 4 is maybe a little greedy. Really, Joe has to be worried about losing is 2 forward town centers. He is aging up with Nephthys. There is a few giraffe over here. But if he just goes with 2 town center Ragnarok, I don't think he will win. It is a pretty good advance for Joe to have 4 town centers and Heroic at 10 minutes. That's pretty decent. A lot of hunt. That's what a lot of hunt will do for you. And he has converted this forward hunt here. Okay, we have 1 hill fort here. This is, looks like another hill fort being built. Still the first line of eco upgrades. And now Joe finally has this first line. I don't know. I'm seeing Heimdall or Grandmonster as being pretty defensive again. And this time I don't see how he's going to get to even 4 town centers. He might be able to get this one with a frost. But I don't know what he's going to do beyond that. Joe does not have, this is pretty much all of Joe's army here. And a forest fire that really doesn't do much. Feel like he could have done a little better of a forest fire, but that's alright. See, Joe really wants to force frost here. Throwing down some mercenaries. He has shifted some of the units down here. See, Grandmaster does not want to use frost. Burning a hole in his own wall. Can he kill the Pharaoh? Kill anytime you can kill the Pharaoh. That's pretty awesome. Okay, killed the Pharaoh. His X-Men are finally realized they're down here, so they're coming back. I do like the Huskarls. They do very well in this situation. A lot of chariots that do not do a whole lot of damage to... What do they got? For what do Huskarls got for Pierce? 50%. That's without a single armory upgrade. Joe is not aging up yet, but as far as resources, not close. Neither is Grandmaster. Grandmaster is not close either. I'm a little bit afraid for Grandmaster's chances here. I feel like in order for him to win, he needed to kill this without using Frost. At this point, I don't think he's going to kill this unless he does use Frost. And the one annoying thing about chariots is with their range is that they can just kill so many of his throwing axemen. Nice army composition here from Joe. Just the throwing, or just the axemen chariots, and throw in 1 or 2 elephants for just a meat shield. And he has used ancestors. I think we might see a frost here. Joe's doing a good job of keeping his army separate though, because he cannot use frost on everything right now. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried for Grandmonster in this game. I don't think he will be able to do much. He's just badly getting out ecoed at this point. 2 town centers to 4, and he's not even really on the aggressive. Unless he's got some sort of miracle. Yeah, he's not even close to aging up either. Just the delay in that town center just really put him back as far as economy, to the point where Joe was already grabbing this town center well before Grandmonster was even able to stop it. I'm surprised Joe has not gotten fortified town centers yet. Not being upgraded yet. Like, all he really has to do is... Where are these villagers trying to go? Are they trying to get this hunt? Might end up running into each other here, because I think Joe's coming over for this hunt too. Yeah, he has 3 forts. I think he has realized that he is not going to be getting to a rag fast enough, so these units are trying to get in the transport, but weren't quite making it. And we have a cabinet. A Cabinet and watering hole. What else can he use to take down these buildings? Nothing. Not at this point. He does not want to use frost. But yeah. Not looking good. Joe's already got a trade route coming. He's already got a really good amount of trade. And now he has used frost, but this is purely in defense. Like, you need to use frost. Yeah. If he was going to use frost like this, purely in defense, he really should have used it earlier when maybe he could have killed that town center. These villagers running over here, I think they're building another Migdol unit. Or, yeah, Migdol. But yeah, even with the frost, he is having to run away. I feel like Grandmonster is probably just a little too defensive here. Allowing Joe to get, I mean, you can't stop the first town center, but allowing them to get another one for free, I just don't think you can play like that. It had a two town center Ragnarok, which Ragna is not even coming. Like, it's not even close to coming. Like, Joe was up Mythic well before, so here comes the tornado that will probably finish this town center off. Tick, tick, tick. There goes the health bar, and there it is. And I think that's going to be it. I don't see any sort of Ragnarok coming. And really, for this game 2 kind of switched from Joe's favor to Grandmonster's, I don't think this is going to switch off from Joe's favor. As far as what could have been done differently, he could have built this town center faster. He does have to worry a little bit about the early set aggression, but really I think as soon as he sees this town center getting built, he needed to build this town center. It is a best of 3, so this will be the final game. Yeah, I feel like he could have played a lot better, but that's all right. He did well in game 2. And here's this Avenger just walking. The Avenger walks like such a boss. I mean, just look at him. Now he's gonna do a swipe attack on everybody, and that will be the end of this gold mine. Such a cool unit, Avengers. He's just 8 years too late. I wouldn't even say this was old school. Old school would have been a lot more aggressive. He's getting his his main town center right over here. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, at least we got to see 3 games, so we will go with that. Still not even a ball there. So now Grandmonster's call it. So GG. And Crazy Power follows just as the stream is ending. So yeah, Set probably a good choice here because Set gets the instant map control. But I feel like GM could have done a little bit better, but that's alright. He did a lot better than me, so. So that is the series. We'll take a quick look at the post game. Probably really just the differences. Just look at the villager difference here. By the 12-minute mark, Joe is already ahead in eco, and once the Egyptian is ahead of you in eco, the game is pretty much done. Just look at this score spike, holy cow. And we'll also look at the difference in just the settlement grabs. I think Joe was probably like 2 minutes. Joe had his by 5 minutes. And so yeah, 2 minutes faster. And then actually by the time Grandmonster was getting his second, Joe was getting his third. So did I put the wrong score? In our hearts, that's what we wanted. That's what our hearts wanted. So nice games, well played by both. Do appreciate it. Always good to see a good tournament series. So looking at the I'm on screen. looking at the bracket here. Let us see how this bracket looks. We will load that up and then we will put an end to the stream. The bracket. Bum 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 is coming up as we speak right here. So here's the bracket. Alrighty, so it is a little bit unupdated. Shelty already beat Hagert, so Player and Shelty. Fox and Matrius, as far as I know, have not has not yet played. Moore already defeated Skady, and Moore has already pretty much let the entire world know. I mean, when you only have a few victories, I guess when you actually win, you gotta let everybody know. So you can't blame him for that. And so he will be playing Brickhead. Joe has advanced against the Grandmonster, who already beat Hells. So Joe is here playing the winner of Brickhead and Moore, and these games are yet to be played. So appreciate all you guys that tuned in, and I hope you guys have a 2018, 2019. It's all right. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and if you are off this weekend, have a great weekend, and we will catch all you guys later. Hope you guys had a good time, and have a great day. Bye for now.